Brady Bunch, Partridge Family.
Hi,
Good morning.
everyone. We always get caught talking.
That caught us a little bit off guard. Good morning, thank you, and welcome to Shake It Up.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here this morning. We have a lot going on. We are really excited to be able to bring you an exciting show. As a matter of fact, the entire month of October we're dedicating to women.
Yes.
So every single week we'll have different guests on that talk about women's issues, women's health concerns, women's needs as far as dressing goes, and makeup and such. And we have also Roberta Perry who's going to join us. Roberta is part of Scrubs, and she also is an advocate for women. So we're excited about all the different things. But the most fun thing we're doing this month is Halloween.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. But the reason why we're having all these women on and we're doing this is because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, but we wanted to dedicate the whole thing to women.
Right.
So
well, that's where we're going. And we have one show on breast cancer, but even the fashion show, they're going to be breast cancer survivors that are modeling, that are modeling in the show. Exciting. And we want to, help and empower women. That's also part of what we want to do on Shake It Up. And so we've decided to dedicate some of these shows to those issues and women's issues. And speaking of women's issues, we have a big issue on Sunday because we're going to be in this off-Broadway play, and we're really excited about it.
No, we're really nervous about it. We're not really excited about it.
Yeah, we're really nervous
about it.
No, we're really excited.
Really nervous. One of the reasons why is because the dress I have to wear is like tissue paper. I mean, it's literally see-through. You could see through the whole thing. I had to go out and buy Spanx, and I was always the one that said, "Oh, Spanx is for quitters."
Yeah.
But I literally bought a full Spanx thing because it's ridiculous.
Well, if you're on stage, you don't want to see through it.
Oh, you're going to see through it. Oh, I mean, that's why I had to buy something underneath it because it is just horrific. But it's all leopard, and it's very, very sexy. So I'm a little bit concerned.
Right. So the play is My Big Fat Gay Funeral. Yeah, the fat's in there.
My Big Gay Italian Funeral. There's no fat.
My Big Gay Italian Funeral. There's no fat in it.
There's no fat. There's no fat. It's My Big Gay Italian Funeral.
Can somebody get that to me?
Listen to me carefully. I know.
Okay.
It's My Big Gay Italian Funeral. Although I will be looking quite fat. And
there'll be a challenge on that, and the winner has to put the money in into our little.
Once again, I win.
Well, let's see. Let's see.
So that's this Sunday, October 5th, and that's at the St. Luke's Theater in Manhattan.
At 7, right?
At 7 p.m. So please go on our website, order tickets. I know there's just a handful left.
Yeah, I don't think there's many left, so get on there because it's going to be, trust me, it's going to be hilarious. She's right?
I'm right.
Pay
up. Pay up, my friends.
All right.
The money that we're raising this month
is money I gotta put in
the Carol Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund. So all the money every time we curse, and she does that a lot, because that's all your money in there.
It is. It is.
She has to put money in, and when
meanwhile, you thought it was going to be you. Remember?
Yeah, I figured it was going to be me, but I got no control.
No, it's me. Potty mouth, me.
I have other places my money's got to go. So,
and tell them a little bit about the Carol M. Baldwin Foundation and what you guys are doing in October in Huntington, right?
Yeah, we are. We're going to be raising money through a cut-a-thon, through pink hair extensions, through our Spin to Win wheel.
That's right. At the Huntington Fall Festival, right?
Yes, at the Huntington Fall Festival, right in Heckscher Park.
That's a great
town on Main Street. It's 250,000 people come through. Come find the Cactus Tent. It's across from the playground, and we're going to have a great time.
You'll hear them. They have the best music.
Well, you'll hear me.
Karen's on the mic. Yeah, but they have the best music there, too. That's a lot of fun.
Yes, that's true.
And then they also have the singers. Are you guys having the singers this year?
From Music Idol, yes.
Right.
The singers from Music Idol.
Long Island, Music Idol.
They're calling it Music Idol, although it is kind of like a Long Island Idol. What Music Idol does is they go into all the schools, middle schools and high schools mainly, and select the winner, the best singer in the school, to come and compete.
And some of them are incredible.
No, they really are.
Some of them are really incredible.
Yeah.
So you can watch a future star.
Yeah. They might be.
That's great.
Taylor Swift.
You can watch a future star. You can get a haircut, and you can contribute to the Carol M. Baldwin Foundation for breast cancer.
That's correct.
That's a great afternoon.
Yes, and that money, along with the money we raise for the Carol Baldwin, is going to be divided between them and Family Service League, because Family Service League is also a very important part of the town of Huntington. It's where they started. They helped a lot of people in that area first, and now, of course, they're island-wide. So those are the two charities that the Huntington Foundation, the Huntington Fall Festival is going to support those foundations. So definitely come by. How was your week? I know it was your birthday. Yes.
It was my birthday, and I don't even want to say how old I am.
49 years young.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
But I'm old. I'm almost there.
We don't have secrets in this studio.
I'm almost there, people. I'm always at the. Almost.
What are we going to do next year?
I'm going away. I'm telling you right now. I'm taking a certain amount of people with me. Karen, you're in, and I'm going to St. Martin. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing. I don't want to be around.
We're going.
Anyway, so my birthday was...
You were actually away, though.
Yeah, I like to go away on my birthday.
Yeah, all right. That's
my birthday was the 26th of September, and I was flying home from Disney, so I went to Disney with my cousin and her daughter, and two of my cousins, Jody, Joy, and Joy's daughter, Rachel. And we had a phenomenal time. I mean, Disney was just incredible.
First of all,
it was beautiful. Wait, can I just tell? Why can't I tell my own story?
Because all she did was complain.
Yeah, but I'm going to get to that.
Phenomenal time. I don't think so.
I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
I'm going to get to it. We had a great time. Okay, people. Disney is amazing. Okay, but
not unless you're 5.
6. She was 6. Okay. She was perfect.
Yes, that's great.
I will tell you.
They can go on their own. They should just have a park with just all
children. Well, you know what? You feel very
no
safe there. You could just send them off. No one's going to steal them there.
I've been there 100 times. I can't stand
it. Okay, but the thing is, it really is every day like the Amazing Race. Like you got to go here, and then you got to go there, and then you got to go here, and then you got to the monorail, then you got to go this. No, it's not a vacation.
It is not a vacation.
It is definitely not a vacation. I mean, you're exhausted. Then you throw in the rain, you throw in the monorail, you throw in the bus to get to it was pouring
I saw Jody doing pull-ups on the monorail.
Yes, she does.
Funny.
She's hilarious.
We love that Jody.
She was great.
That was awesome.
So we had a lot of fun with that. And then the new other thing with Disney is nobody really cares about Cinderella. Nobody cares about Snow White.
Wait.
Nobody cares about these people.
They don't care about Cinderella
They don't
and Snow
even think they know who they are anymore. I'm telling you.
Oh, you mean the little kids?
The Anna, Anna and Elsa from Frozen.
I don't even know who they are.
They've taken over the whole Disney World.
Really?
Everything is about them. Everything is...
Do they still know, like, Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and all
but they're kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like, they wait on lines. That's the other thing. You have to, if you're going to Disney, people, listen to me. You must fast pass it. You must get fast passes.
I think mostly today, if everybody has fast pass, it's really not a fast pass anymore.
No. Because they limit it. You only can do fast passes certain hours of the day. But it's a lot of restrictions.
But waiting on those lines, I mean, to be honest with you, you didn't go too hot of a season. It wasn't too hot this time of year, which isn't too bad. But I was there once, and it had to be 110 degrees.
Oh no.
And you see these people and they're dripping wet, and now they're sitting in a seat that you have to go sit in afterward, and it's all germaphobe. I can't.
No,
I just can't.
Okay. The other thing I want to say about the Disney people is they seriously have their own culture. Like there's people there that are dressed head to toe Disney. And Disney stuff is not cheap, by the way. A hat is like $35. I
got to tell you a story.
Mickey ear hat is like $35. And they're all duded up in the Disney. I mean, it's incredible.
Wait a second. Funny story. So my husband, very well, Chris, wanted to buy a sweatshirt at Disney when we were there several years ago. Do you know that
How old was Serena when you went?
Serena was probably, the last time we went, she was probably about 10.
Okay.
He walked into every single Disney concession in every single park for every single day that we were there looking for the perfect Mickey Mouse sweatshirt. Really? Are you kidding me? I mean,
What did he do with it? He washed the car with it? What's he doing with it?
I don't think I've seen it since that day.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do with it? It's only good when you're there.
It was so important. He had the most perfect Disney sweatshirt that I really wanted to strangle the man. Seriously.
Yeah.
I almost killed him. So, yeah.
But it's only good when you're there. Like, that's the only...
Where are you going with that? This is the kicker. He didn't buy it till we were leaving.
Yeah, the last day.
The last day. I mean, as we were leaving the park, you buy a sweatshirt now?
He had to get it.
It was just so ridiculous.
But I will tell you, those rides are absolutely incredible.
I mean, they are. A little scary. Did you go on that Terra?
No, we didn't go on the Terra, but we went on the Space Mountain. I don't like Space Mountain. It's dark. My neck is whipping around. I don't go for it.
That's a baby ride now compared to some of the ones they have.
Not for me. I don't go for those.
Old timers.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of rides.
Did you go on the rock and roll roller coaster, the Aerosmith one?
No, we didn't do that either.
See, where were you?
No,
Did you go to Disney?
Well, yeah, no, we didn't.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, we went on the Magic, whatever that Space Mountain is. We went on that Soarin'. We went on that thing twice. That's amazing.
That must be new.
I don't even like heights, and you feel like you're hand gliding. And
that's not really a ride. That's like a 3D thing. I'm just saying. It's not really a ride.
Then we went on these two other rides. That was, what's that log flume ride, thing, whatever, that Frontierland. We were in there.
Right.
And then we went on the other ride with the Splash Mountain.
Right.
Then we went on the ride with the roller coaster that it goes up and then the tracks end and then you go do it backwards. I don't even know what that was called.
That must be new. I don't remember that one.
I mean, I'm not. And meanwhile, the whole time I'm like, I thought we were going on an excursion ride because I thought it was
like. Did you do like Animal Kingdom? Because that's someplace I've never been. Do you actually see animals?
Oh my gosh! Did you see my pictures? No. Oh, I have to show you my pictures. Giraffes are like right there where the bongos are. Like it's incredible. Hippopotamuses, giraffes, elephants. Yeah. The lions were sleeping. Couldn't find them. What else?
All right, put it up. Let's get to the nitty gritty here.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Wait. So wait.
Bottom line. Are you going back next year?
To Disney?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
No. What?
Why not?
Well, Well, and here's the other thing. If Rachel asks me, of course I'm going to say yes. Because the one day that I was going to relax and catch up with her, she was going to see Frozen, and she goes, so I said, oh my God, you're going to get to see Anna and Elsa, whatever. And she looks at me, she goes, can't you come with us? And I'm like, of course. No. So there I go, schlepping. But then there I am, getting my picture taken with them. Woo!
She did.
I tell you, it does bring out the kid in you. It really does.
Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. I saw you with them all.
It does, though. It brings out the little kid in you. It really does.
Yeah.
But, all right, enough about the Disney.
Next time I'm going to Disney, it's going to be in Paris, right? Because don't they have one in Paris?
Yeah, but Euro Disney, I think they closed Euro Disney.
Oh, well, then I'm not
Euro
going to
Disney's
Disney.
not good. I heard the Disney cruise is good.
So listen, you were in Disney and I missed your birthday, so I want to give you your birthday present.
Presents!
I didn't wrap it in paper because I thought that would make too much noise for you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, well.
Already.
Okay.
Listen, and I want to say this is really like my only birthday present.
That's really sad.
It is a little sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is a little sad.
I'm sorry about that. Why didn't you people buy her birthday presents?
I know. I could have. Well, I wasn't here.
Presents.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's
true. Everybody watched the Dr. Du Bois show, our first show last week,
Yeah, that
right?
was exciting.
Yeah, I got a lot of people calling me. They're like, oh my God, it was so good.
That was when we were like...
newbies.
Yes, virgins.
Oh, let me open the
TV world. But that was exciting. Oh, you might have
You didn't have to do that, Karen, but I'm so glad that you did.
I like to be able to commemorate special occasions. Do you need a scissor or something? We can do it later.
I'll get it open.
Okay.
Trust me, I'll get that thing right open.
But yeah, you're going to wear that now? Should I make a hat for you with the ribbon?
Oh, with the hat, yeah.
Showers.
Yeah. Ooh!
Now,
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because see this little eye here? That seemed very you.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I love this color.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen, I can wear it today. Oh, I have to cut the tags off.
Yeah, well, you're going to need to do that.
No, it definitely.
But there is a gift receipt in case you don't like it.
No, I love it.
Exchange it.
I love it. And you know what I'm going to put in between? The leather band that I have?
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, you're...
She's giving me 2 presents. My pleasure.
2 presents
My
already
birthday is December 22nd.
I'll be on that.
Just put it up.
I'll be on that. Okay, no problem. Listen, I accept belated gifts too.
She does. But really what we're going to do is celebrate your birthday where we're going to go to Volpe, right?
Oh, we're going to Volpe. Well, this weekend we have the Italians coming.
We do. We have the
Italians coming. We're going wine tasting.
Yay.
That should be good. Karen and I wine tasting. You remember our show?
But the worst part about it is we're wine tasting the day before we have to be in an off-Broadway play. So I don't really know how that's going to work.
We might be no-shows.
Blasted. We cannot do that.
Can you imagine if we would no-shows?
Oh, that would be
really funny.
I'm sure Anthony's got backup.
Anthony's sweating already. Oh my God, what are they doing? Where are they?
Don't worry. I had my whole family rehearsing with me this week.
You have a lot to do.
Thank God I don't have a curse jar at that theater because every other line is F this. I can't even tell you what the words are.
Really?
They're like really bad. The part he gave me, I'm an ex-club owner of Spectrum nightclub who's got a terrible potty mouth. So my 15-year-old daughter's going to be there. My 70-something-year-old mother's going to be there, my
Oh,
70-something-year-old father, my
goodness.
aunt. It's just very embarrassing. I have to say these things.
Really? It's
I mean,
bad?
I don't think I've really ever cursed in front of those people before.
No,
So-
she conducts herself very ladylike. I know she likes to sound like she's tough, but she's really
No,
not.
but I mean,
But
those
so
kind
you're
of
a little
words are-
nervous about that.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. And you get to play like the queen, so you're all prim and proper. I mean, I really should have got that part, but I think they probably cast us correctly. They probably did.
All I know is I have like this monologue I have to
Now,
say.
let me ask you a question.
And then I'm like, okay, bye.
I played Fanny Bucciati. She plays Vita,
Olga? No, that's my
Vita
grandmother.
von
Vita von
Titzenberg.
Titzenberg.
Vita von Titzenberg. But now, are you supposed to be a reigning drag queen?
It's funny you mention that
I'm thinking
because
you are.
when I looked at pictures of certain people that played it kind of looked like they were very campy, like very dragish.
That's
so
what I'm
I don't know
thinking.
how to be a drag. I mean, I could be a lot of
because,
queen,
in
but
part
I
of
don't know
my
how to be a
speech,
drag
I
queen.
introduce you as, like the, no, that's Diamond Della Dupree. But you're the reigning Miss Canada, who Diamond Della Dupree is the drag queen, the reigning Miss Fire Island drag queen. So, and now she's going for the Miss Canada, so I'm thinking you're a drag queen.
Right, so how do you play a drag queen?
I don't really know. I think you need to get an Adam's apple or something. Like you got to look more like a man. No?
I have to look like a man?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there are very pretty drag queens, though.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. This
I
is
don't know,
way
but this
out
should
of
be
my range,
interesting.
people.
This should be very
This is
interesting.
way out of my range.
Only because I have to bow down and throw myself at her.
Yes,
So
you must pay
that-
homage to me, Karen.
Yes, yes,
You must
yes.
pay
Like
homage
I do
to
every
me.
day, Regina. Every
Homage,
damn day of my life.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I just have to recite this monologue, which I hope I remember because
It's a lot.
I
Well,
mean-
she's got a very long monologue. Mine are like little bits and pieces. So
right. But you could. I think it's like good. You're interacting with
Wait
people.
a second. Do you know what I just found out?
What?
I have to do the Macarena on stage. The Macarena? Are you kidding me? I'm like, I have my daughter now teaching me the Macarena. I'm like, I
No,
cannot
seriously?
do this. There's no way I can do this.
Am I on
In the
stage when you're
dress,
doing that?
In the dress.
Am
that's
I
like-
on stage when you're doing it?
No, you're
Oh,
not
thank-
introduced yet.
Sweet baby
It's
Jesus,
just
thank
before
God.
you come on. I come onto the stage and I have to,
Oh, thank God I'm not.
So-
Well, how am I going to go on stage? I'm going to pee my pants before I go. Could
I am
you
so
imagine?
nervous.
Do you know the
of all
Macarena?
the things I have
don't
to
know.
do.
Hey, Macarena.
I got it. No, watch.
How do you do it?
You go like this,
This,
like this,
this,
like this,
this,
like
like
this,
this.
then like, no, then like this. Oh, I don't know. I had it down and now I don't know.
Oh,
It's like,
well, no one's going to know if you didn't do it right? Do you know the Macarena? Does anybody know it?
Something like that.
And then they go, "I," right?
And then you turn, yeah.
Tom's tapping.
I can't take it anymore.
Every
I
time
can't
we
either.
need to go back to calmness, we tap.
Right.
But are we ready for a
That goes
commercial
back.
break? Because we just keep talking. I mean, what's happening?
Well,
here?
I don't know, but you know what?
We
what
have
I
a
do
great
wanna
show.
say-
I want to,
Yeah, what I do want to say is coming up next is something a little bit more serious. Regina and I,
Yes.
we kind of, totally wing it up here, and you never know what's going to come out of my mouth, but we do know what's coming out of our mouth next, and that is
A little more structure.
we have some fabulous women from the Women's Fund of Long Island. They're an organization based out of Jericho, New York, that help women right here in our own hometown. So throughout Nassau and Suffolk County, there are a lot of women that are, I guess you could say, struggling.
Well,
In different ways and forms, and we're going to talk with Stacey Scarpone. She is the director of the fund, and she's brought along Martha from the organization called
Oh, I forgot it already.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Sepa Mujer.
SEPA Mohair, and how the Women's Fund has helped SEPA Mohair, as well as many other organizations that fight for the rights and the advocacy of women and girls right here in our own neighborhood.
Right. Well, that's the key point too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't realize they live in this kind of like bubble on Long Island, and
Yeah.
they think that we're very safe
Most.
and protected.
True.
And for the most part, we are. But there's a lot of things and a lot of issues that go on right here in our home base that we don't really know about and we're not aware of. And we're also not aware of how we can get help, or how we can help these people and get involved. So we want to shed some light. We want to put a little beacon of light on them
100%.
today.
Because you always hear about, all the tragic things that happen in other countries and third world nations, and how they treat women and how women are, impoverished and abused and neglected. And truly, it's here as well, but we just don't hear about it. Our news doesn't report that. So you're going to hear about it today. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Shake It Up. Joining us today, this is a really good show for us today, right?
It is. I mean, I'm a little bit upset that I didn't wear waterproof mascara because some of these stories are heartbreaking. And
we'll have to get the
I really have to control myself because that's not going to be very attractive.
Well, anyway, I want you to welcome Stacy Scarponi from the Women's Fund of Long Island. Welcome, Stacy.
Is it Scarponi?
Scarpone.
Scarpone. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
What is that?
It's Italian.
Italian.
Yeah, it is.
So you're married Italian.
I married into an Italian family.
Fabulous.
Nice.
I did too.
Yeah.
We're the best.
Yeah.
Italians are.
We're happy to have
There's
you.
no Italian in my background, but I married into an Italian family.
Yeah. There's nothing like marrying into an Italian family when you're not Italian because it's quite the culture shock, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Very interesting.
they roll to a beat, their own little beat there.
There's
so
nothing better than
Stacy
Italian,
and I,
so.
just to give you a little background, everyone, Stacy and I met when I was asked to become a part of her Women's Achievers Breakfast Committee. And I was more than happy to be able to serve on that committee with you. It encompasses a whole bunch of very influential, powerful, and really heartwarming women who dedicate their time and their efforts to the different causes that the Women's Fund of Long Island sponsor and grant.
And they really make a difference.
Yeah, they do.
They
make
really
a difference.
do.
Stacy, tell us a little bit about the background of the Women's Fund of Long Island, please.
Absolutely. Well, the Women's Fund was founded, I guess now it's almost 22 years ago. And at the time, it was founded when only 7% of every philanthropic dollar went to support women and girls initiatives. And there's actually 160 women's funds throughout the world. They're all independent. They're not necessarily affiliated with one another, but we all belong to the larger women's funding network where we can tap in for resources or information about what's happening around the world for women and girls. But our fund on Long Island was started by a group of advocate women, not necessarily women of wealth. In a lot of other areas around the country, they're started by women of wealth. But ours was founded by a group of advocate women who were very concerned with what was happening on Long Island, the issues that were going on with Long Island women and girls, and felt that there needed to be specific funding and resources set around those issues. And so they sat around and they actually talked about it. It started within the Long Island Community Foundation. And they sat around a room, much like your group of community women here, sitting around and talking about what's happening, and passed around. There's a story, and the story gets changed a lot. So somebody might say, "Oh, Stace, that's not the way it was told." But it's kind of like playing that game of telephone. And
yeah, we play it all the time, right?
Yeah.
So this is 22 years later, the telephone that I'm getting now.
Sure.
And they raised a really nice amount of money that first time around and granted out their first grant. Now, years later, fast forward, we're 22 years later, and basically what the Women's Fund does is support the economic development of women and girls, help them live safely and free of violence in their homes, and help them reach their full potential. And we do it in a number of ways. We try and build the capacity of grassroots organizations that are working on the ground. These are the organizations that really understand what's happening in their communities. So we invest in them. We let them do what they know needs to be done. I don't want to ever pretend that I know what needs to be done in each and every community, with each ethnic group or whoever it might be, women's group.
Yeah, I think that that's so important because it also, for two reasons, well, just like you said, we don't know what their needs are. We may think we know, but we don't really know. And it's very presumptuous of us to say that, to think that we do, number one. And number two, what better way to really empower them but to give them the control to run it for their needs. So it's empowerment at the instant you get involved, which I love that.
You're absolutely right, Regina.
It's not like I'm going to take care of you. Like, it's, no, you can do this.
Well, it kind of goes back to that old saying, you can give a man a fish, you could teach him how to fish. So that is almost that same concept where you're not just giving them.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's
We're
not
all
just
about
about
teaching people to
teaching
fish.
them how to help themselves, which is key.
Right, and we've worked with actually over 400 organizations across Long Island in our 22-year history. Wow. And these are organizations that range, from domestic violence to human trafficking to economic stability to self-esteem to immigrant groups. I mean, the list can go on and on and on, but that's just one of the things that we do. And then we also have a young women's leadership program where we look at our next generation of young women because they're our future.
Yeah, sure,
and we want to know what it is that they're doing, what they see are the issues. Again, not telling them what the issues are, but asking them, what do you see are the issues? How can we change this pattern? We give them the tools and we give them a platform to stand on, and we back them up and we say, go out, you can do this. So we created a program this year called Girls Fly, Girls Fund of Long Island.
Yeah, I was reading about that. That sounds very interesting.
Amazing. These girls are so extraordinary. And this sort of stemmed out of at our Women Achiever Breakfast, we honor 2 young women. We honor adult women, but we also honor high school girls. And last year we thought, well, why are we just honoring 2 girls? There's so many amazing young women on Long Island who are either doing amazing things or who are the hidden leader in the back of the room. So if you went to the guidance counselor and you said, tell me about, I'm starting a young women's leadership program, they would say, oh, that's Susie, Jan, and Sally. But I don't necessarily want Susie, Jan, and Sally. I want the girl who's quietly in the back drawing, who doesn't even know what she has inside of her.
Sure.
And we want to bring it out and give her that platform.
Right,
So we have this young women's leadership program, and then we also do education and awareness raising, because in order to create change, you have to be aware that these issues actually exist. And here on Long Island, there are so many things happening.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, we were just speaking a few minutes earlier, and on Long Island, I mean, I don't think anybody realizes that the sex trafficking and the amount of domestic violence and all the issues that we were speaking about is right here. Like, they think, oh, that's,
well,
in
I also
far
think
Never
they don't
Neverland
know what
or
it
whatever
is.
Well,
what is it? So what is trafficking,
Yeah,
Stacey?
let's break it down.
Let's talk
Well,
about
trafficking involves force, fraud, and coercion. And I think for many people, they think of, these dramatic stories. You've seen there's been a lot of movies that have been played out. And, some of them actually, they play it out well, I think. I think there are some movies that are done well, but there's a lot of misconceptions as well. I think people think, oh, you have to be brought in from a foreign country, and it's only about sex trafficking. Well, actually, you don't have to cross a border to be trafficked. You can be trafficked from this town to the next town.
Right.
And it can be a young American girl who is living right here in our community, who is vulnerable, and all of a sudden she's gotten in with the wrong crowd. She has this, especially now at the age of social media, my goodness, it is so easy. It is so easy. It's
to
changed
draw
the
them out
ball game.
and find the vulnerable girls
Absolutely.
and take advantage of them.
Take advantage, and then before they know it, the things that they're forced to do against their will. And in New York, we have a safe harbor law that protects girls who are under the age of 18. If any of those acts are occurring, they're automatically considered a victim of human trafficking. And I think that's really, really
You brought
We
Martha
don't even
here.
know the rights. That's we don't know them either.
Well,
So
I was going to
that's-
say,
yeah.
we brought Martha here, and Martha, thank you so much for joining us today, because your organization is a recipient of Stacey as the director of the Women's Fund. You benefit from that, correct?
Yes, that's
Okay,
true.
so-
And thank you for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here today with Stacey. I think we share so many issues, goals to change the future of women and girls in Long Island.
Yes, and you were mentioning to me before that in the communities in Long Island, there are two that are really heavily occupied by the women that you help, and that would be Central Islip and out on the East End, correct?
Yes.
And your
true.
mission was to bring them together?
Yes, that's true. So we provide, the mission of Sepa Mujer is to empower Latina immigrant women in Long Island. We do legal advocacy, community organizing, and what I see in the community, because we are out in the community talking with women, learning about what their needs, because even though because we are a Latina immigrant organization, we want to pretend that we know everything what is happening. So we try to get together a network of Latina immigrant women in Long Island, and thanks to the funds that we received for Women's Fund of Long Island, we were able to organize a group of women in Hampton Bays, in Central Islip. For now, we want
Hampton
to
Bays and Central Islip.
Okay.
Hampton Bays?
Hampton Bays.
You have
Okay,
you
that's
live in
me.
Hampton Bays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, I got to help you with that.
yeah,
Oh, wonderful.
she's out there.
See,
She's
look,
out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
community
Well,
of
that's
women.
what this is
Little
all
networking.
about.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Fabulous. Well, we definitely want to help. and I
Actually,
think
we'll be there Saturday.
We
So,
will be there
yeah.
Saturday.
All right, anyway.
Okay, so getting back to how Stacey helps you and your organization, we had talked about the fact that many of the women in these communities that you mentioned are powerless. They get into situations in which they cannot really overcome. They get trafficked into labor situations. They're coming from abusive family life and domestic violence, you had mentioned. So your organization not only teaches these girls what their rights are, but also then has lawyers that protect them, and that's what you were mentioning to me. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So what we do in Sepa Mujer is we have two components. One is the development of leadership skills that we teach women to become activists in their community and learn skills that will help them to raise their voice about their issues that are concerned and affecting their and their family. So we have training for women from the community, immigrants, but most of them are our clients, the women that we provide the legal representation through immigration relief. So survivors of domestic violence have relief if they have been victims of domestic violence to apply for a legal status and have legal remedies available. The situation is that people don't know about this law that are protecting them. And there are many barriers that Latina immigrants are suffering is like, for example, lack of language access. No, if they want to report an incident, sometimes the police don't offer interpretation and translation, or if they need to escape the abuse and they need benefits because they have children that are born in the United States, citizens, they cannot get benefits because they don't speak the language and they don't provide interpretation. Even it's a federal law, the federal agencies who receive federal funds should be providing language access for.
Yeah, they don't even know these resources are available to them.
They don't know.
And they don't have a safe place to ask.
Yes.
Because
that's what I was just
afraid
gonna
to even,
say, is
they're
that-
afraid to even ask anybody because then people know, oh, da da da, or people give them the wrong information. So, creating that safe haven and that place to go is huge.
I'd like to give a scenario that you had mentioned earlier, was that, a girl goes to work in a restaurant. Can you take us through that scenario and what
Well, can we
happens?
do it right after commercial?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because we don't want to interrupt you because that's a great story.
Okay.
So
We'll be back. 2 seconds.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
So welcome back, and as I was saying, Stacey was going to tell us a little bit about a scenario that is quite too common here in Long Island. So
Yeah,
Stacey,
like
tell
walk
us
us
what
through
happens
how it
to
actually
these
happens.
girls.
Yeah, and I think it's wonderful that I have Martha sitting next to me, because she can also speak to this very well, because I think she's seeing many women who have gone through this scenario. So if we're talking about trafficking, something that can happen right here on Long Island is, an immigrant woman might be working at a restaurant or a bar, serving drinks or food or whatever it might be during the day. And then before she knows it, that bar or that restaurant turns into a nightclub or a bar in the evening, and her job changes. And she's no longer just serving those cocktails. She's asked to do other things and maybe service men or in ways that she doesn't want to do.
She didn't sign up for that job.
She did not sign up for that job.
That's right.
And she is now forced to do that job. And as an immigrant woman, whether she is documented or undocumented, there is this innate fear of saying no.
She'll
A
lose
fear
her job,
of somebody.
she'll go to jail, she'll get deported.
Absolutely. What they'll
Yeah.
tell her, don't listen to the police. The police, they're going to send you back to your home country. It doesn't matter if you're documented. This is what's going to happen to you. Just because you're an immigrant woman doesn't mean that you don't have any rights. You have rights here.
Right.
And so, but there is this absolute fear. But then she stays there because she doesn't know who to go to or where to go,
Can't get
where to
help.
turn for help.
Right.
She
It's-
does not know what her rights are here.
It's like modern day slavery. I swear, that's what it sounds
It's
like to me.
absolutely
Because the other
slavery.
thing is they're coming from a country where they can't trust the police, and they don't have those kinds of rights. So they don't see the police or the legal system as the help resource for them as
No,
they
because-
would, because in their country it's a corrupt situation. So they're not going to ever go
Right.
to the authorities.
think-
Is that correct?
Yeah, this is part of our mission is to educate women about the rights, and the law here protect them.
Yes.
So it's true. We always think probably that human trafficking is a prostitution issue, and we have to start to think different. We have to start to think human trafficking can happen in our backyards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our neighbors, our relatives bringing their own. I have a case, a woman, she was pregnant, and the brother-in-law brought her here thinking that she's going to take care of their nieces and nephews.
Right.
This woman was sleeping in the backyard, outside, summer, winter. She had
In
the
the
baby.
backyard.
She had the baby in the backyard. And
Here?
here
Long Island.
in Long Island. Here in Long Island.
Long Island.
So I heard many stories. You that live in Hampton Bay, so can you ever think about women that work in the farms have been trafficking? Probably not, right?
Right.
So, but this is the stories that we hear in Long
And
Island.
that's the labor trafficking
Yes.
aspect of it.
Absolutely, and I think
Yeah.
that's just as
Yes.
important because people, when they think about trafficking, there is sort of that visualization, those movies
Sexual
that you see about
trafficking,
sex
yeah.
trafficking.
Yes.
But as
Uh-huh.
Martha said,
Yes.
labor trafficking is just as pervasive,
Sure.
Yeah.
and it's really important.
Yeah, and I have learned even now when I go to do my nails, like, think about it. Salon nail place, they are one of the biggest human
Oh,
trafficking
really?
corridor
Yes.
you see.
For labor,
Wait, what?
for labor,
labor.
Yes.
nail salon employees
salon.
are one of the biggest who do labor trafficking.
Yes.
You know, it's funny that you say that to me now because I know in Hampton Bays, there's quite a few nail salons, and most of the people that work there are Latina.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that they are.
Yeah.
I want to
Right,
make
but
that
it's-
distinction. I don't
yes.
want everybody to walk into their nail salon and say, "Oh, these women all must be trafficked." Not
Yeah.
saying that at all.
No, but I
Yeah.
can see what she's saying. If you've been in those places, you know. Now I'm looking at it a little differently, but I can see I can see that.
And it's a shame because you were telling me a story about what these women go through to get to the United States, to leave the poverty and the really abuse that they suffer in their own countries, and the journey that they take is just
Yeah, and the precautions that they have to,
Beyond.
because,
This
can you
is
speak to
where,
that a
yeah.
little bit? Like what they have to do to prepare themselves for their journey, or what's the first thing they think of?
When came here?
Yes.
United States? Well, we have to think that they come first without speaking English. So just that barrier is very difficult. I think we have to change. It's about services and programs that we provide to the community that have to be bilingual.
Yes.
So people understand more about help that are available in the community.
bring them the tools that they
Yes.
need in order to succeed. And I think that's what the Women's Fund is really all about, is empowering these women with those tools.
Absolutely,
correct?
and connecting. You know, we're trying to connect the dots. You know, it's not just about giving that check. So with Martha, it's not about just giving a check to her organization, but it's about surrounding her with support and the organization with support. Who else can we connect her to so that she can continue to make change in her community? Even, you know, when I called her and said, come on the show with me, this is about spreading awareness.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Because there are so many of your viewers who don't know that this is happening or who have a different view of immigrant women.
Yes.
And hopefully through listening to some of the things that we're saying, they say, I got that all wrong.
Right.
I got that all wrong.
And it's
I
not
need to
just the
rethink about
Latina
that.
community, it's happening in all communities,
It's happening in
correct?
all communities. You know, across Long Island, some of the things, I lived over, I'm a Long Islander, grew up in Long Island, grew up in Port Jefferson, but moved away and lived overseas for about 15 years. So I lived in Latin America, I lived in Eastern Europe, and all the war zones in Kosovo and Macedonia and Belgrade and East Africa and West Africa, always dealing with health and human rights for women and girls. I dealt a lot with human trafficking and all these issues that we're speaking about. But when I came home, back home to Long Island, and I thought, well, what am I going to do here? There's nothing to do. You know, this is my life and my
your
livelihood.
passion, and you couldn't find a
What
place
am I
to
gonna
plug it
do?
into. Yeah.
And when I came to the Women's Fund and I really started exploring and understanding what was going on in my own backyard, I thought, whoa, everything that I've seen all over the world is happening right here in our backyard. We're fighting our own wars. We have a gang situation that's, you know, kind of out of control. We're fighting gang wars.
Yeah,
so
we
let's
would
talk about that for a
let's talk
second,
about
because
that a few
gangs.
because we have no idea. We totally live in a bubble.
I
And
don't
we
think I've
it's-
ever seen a gang person.
Well, you
a
probably
gang
have,
member.
but you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have, you know, we have gangs on Long Island, and we have young girls who are, you know, through our Girls Fly program, one of the things that we had them do is we have a Nassau group and a Suffolk group, and when they first met each other and they were sitting around this circle and there was this concept of the other, right? You know, they walked into the room and they're like, oh, she's from there, and oh, she's from there, and oh my goodness. And they started talking to each other about what the issues were that we're facing, you know, as young girls. And one of the girls said, well, you know, in my community, I don't even know if I can walk to school because you don't know who's being initiated into a gang and if you're going to get gang raped.
Gang raped.
Gang raped.
Walking to school.
To high school. Going to junior high or high school.
Yeah.
That's what you're worried about. Is that
Yeah,
insane?
That's your worry.
All right, so you know what? We
Don't
have to
get
go to
riled
commercial.
up. We're
Listen,
gonna-
I'm going to
we're
get
gonna-
riled up.
I know,
'cause I'm
we're
very
gonna-
upset
I know,
about
she
that.
gets
That
riled
just
up.
makes me sick
But
to my stomach.
we can be helpful. You and
Well,
I
that's
can
what
be
we're going
very
to find
helpful.
out next.
So that's
we're going
what
to
we're
break
going to
for
do.
a quick commercial.
Yes,
we'll
we're
be
gonna
back.
break.
We're going to find out what all of us can do to help. So we'll be back.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hog's hair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly used in Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
I'm Tommy Marr. I'm down in St. Bart's having a good time. A lot of people at this time, they like to go have a little cocktail. But you know what I do? I'm going to watch Madhousetv.com. You got that right.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, so
we
you
have
were
some
getting,
really important
you were getting a
issues.
little, Karen's
Yes.
getting a little upset because
Well,
she's
don't
a
get
big
upset.
giver.
I-
So
well, I get
what we
upset
want to talk
because-
about now is how we can be instrumental. How can people
Right.
help? How can we help?
Yeah.
And I think, it's very telling and important that you're emotional about these issues. It's the way I feel. It's the way Martha feels. We're very passionate about it. And there's so many different things that's happening on Long Island. And I think, what you're able to do with this show is help us lift up the veil and say to everybody,
Yeah, just shine a light
open up
on it.
your eyes.
Yeah.
Let's look around ourselves. Let's get out of our own box and see what's happening. Give a hand to your neighbor. Don't turn your back
Right.
on what's actually happening in our Long Island communities.
Yeah, people need to reach down and pull up.
We
I mean,
do.
we've been
Everybody
so
does.
blessed.
Yeah.
Karen and I
Everybody
both,
really
does. That we really need to. Well, that's what another reason why we wanted to do
First
the
of all,
show.
yes, you and I have been blessed, but I don't think every single person we know has been blessed in that sense.
Well,
So
yes,
if you
but I
know
don't
us,
wanna
then
speak
you've
for
been
other
blessed
people.
too. Well, listen to me carefully.
Okay.
There's not a person that I know of in my life that doesn't have something to give to help these
Well,
people.
that's true.
Period. End of conversation. So how do we do this?
So, it's very interesting. Last year, visionary philanthropist Amy Hagedorn, who, through the Hagedorn Foundation, she's, been a wonderful supporter of the Women's Fund from day one. She also supported your organization. She's amazing. Last year, she gave us a $300,000 grant
Wow,
to
that's
help
awesome.
build the sustainability of our organization and help to continue to fund women forward, to help out in all of these issues that we're talking about. But she gave it with the idea that she wanted other people to match this. She wanted other people to step up to the plate and say, you know what? I'm going to put my money in too because I believe in what's happening and I have to step out and I have to help my community.
Right.
And so I think that's really important. And the Women's Fund just recently, we launched a new website and to make it more easy for people to access, who we are. And one of the things we also launched was this campaign called Fund Women Forward. And for
I love this idea.
Fund
Yes,
Women
yes,
Forward.
I love it.
Hashtag Fund Women Forward. And so for $30 a month for a year, it's not so much money, do the math, right?
No, I can't.
It's $1 a day.
You can help 30 women and girls across Long Island through programs such as Martha's, because what we do is we take in the money and then we vet out organizations across Long Island that are really working to improve the livelihood on so many different levels and so many different issues of women and girls. So
$1 a day.
Yes,
I mean,
but here's the
there's
thing.
not a person I know alive. That
you can
can't
give a lot more.
somebody
Yeah, I know.
$1
You
a
can
day.
give a lot.
Listen,
you can give a lot more
I
than
have a
$30
great
a day.
idea.
but-
Anybody want to know what to get me for my birthday? That would be a beautiful birthday gift. for
That
me.
would be a nice
Seriously.
gift for both of us.
That would be
Mine's
a great
coming up,
birthday
too.
gift for me. Do that for me. That would make me so happy because that's what I'm going to do. So match me in the $30 and Karen.
Yes.
But the other thing I want to say is the reason why, there's so many organizations and there's so many different charities. But what I love specifically about this is that it's community-based. It's
Absolutely.
personal investment. This is her
Yes.
program. So like you said, she's finding the needs of the people for her community. So it's a real grassroots thing. So, sometimes, we're writing checks out for things, it's not going for where it really needs to go.
No, it's true. It's
It's
true. And I think
ridiculous.
that
This is directly,
the Women's
Yeah,
Fund
which I
helps
love that.
many different organizations.
Many, as I said, over 400 organizations that we've worked
So
with.
right. So the Women's
But it goes
Fund
directly to
goes
them.
For the
it's not paying somebody's
girls
salary
throughout
or
the
nonsense.
entire-
So Fund Women Forward, the Fund Women Forward campaign that we've just spoke about, that's going directly toward grant making.
Okay.
So, as I said, we have 3 different areas where we do education and awareness, we do our Girls Fly, our Young Women's Leadership, and we have our capacity building, our grant making. So Fund Women Forward goes toward our grant making. We've because this is our 20th year of grant making from the Women's Fund.
Right.
So we really wanted to do something special.
Sure.
And I also wanted to say about our breakfast, our annual Women Achiever Breakfast is
We'll
coming
be
up.
there.
Yay!
Come with us.
Karen, you have been so helpful in this breakfast. Oh my gosh.
She's awesome.
And
Well, she's
office-
very touched by all.
In our office, we call her the superstar. The superstar got us something else. The superstar's done
No,
this.
I would not call me that. I would not call me that.
She has been amazing.
Thank you, Stacey. And it's been an honor to be able to help in any which way I can, and I will continue to help in the years forward for sure.
I remember when you first met them.
Yeah.
She calls me right on the phone. I just met with these people, and we have to get involved, and we have to do something, and they're going to be on the show, and we have to go to the breakfast, and I'm joining the committee. And I was like, wow.
And I was like, and
They really need it.
Next year, Regina's joining the committee too.
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, I'm in.
But,
I'm in.
Yeah, so I want all of our viewers to please go to our website or go to Stacey's website, womensfundoflongisland.com or
It's
WFL.
www.womensfundli.org.
Terrific. And that link is also on our website. Get tickets to the breakfast. Come sit at our table. We want to hang out with
October
you.
23rd.
We'll take some pictures.
It's a Thursday, right?
Thursday morning, and it's
Thursday
a breakfast.
morning,
It's
yeah.
inspiring. It's beautiful. It's a 700-person breakfast, and it feels like an intimate little gathering.
Yeah,
That's the way we make it feel.
It's really nice. Actually, you know what we did? I don't think I told you this. Whoops. We're going to auction off an appearance on our show.
Oh,
for
great.
their silent
Oh, I
auction.
love
So
that.
that'll be fun.
Oh, that's
Right.
wonderful. Oh, that's great.
This is so much fun.
It is.
It is a lot of fun.
Besides being able to raise incredible awareness, it's a lot of fun to hang out with.
Well, you know,
Thank
they also
you.
say when you change a woman, or you can help a woman you change a family, and then you change a community.
community.
The most
So
incredible
women,
investment.
yes, women are the best investment. You get the most return on your money when you can empower a woman. So
Absolutely.
I just applaud you so much
Oh,
for what
thank you.
you're doing, and you're doing, like, you're really setting such an example and being like a beacon of light in her whole community. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's incredible.
Thank you so
Hats
much.
off to you,
Yeah,
seriously.
Thank you for be here today. I think it's very special because that opened my eyes. Like, who are people like you behind such a great foundation like
Yes.
Women's Fund of Long Island? So
It's our
thank you
pleasure
for
to
the
help in any
opportunity.
which way we can, and we will continue to do
Thank
so.
you.
The women's whose lives you're changing will one day be something really important here and be able to help. many.
Yes, actually, our group.
I know.
Yeah.
Karen gets upset.
Yeah, you have to see.
Because now she's going to make me
yeah.
cry. I know. She's a softie, people. I told you she's a softie.
Waterproof
She does.
mascara
She
I do not
does.
have on, so I'm not going to go there. But what I will say is it's been an honor to have you both here. And,
Yes.
we'll
Well,
see
we
you at the
thank you
breakfast.
so much. We'll see. Thank you so much. And
Thank you
I
for having
can't
us.
even tell you just how obviously we feel. And I'll speak for Karen. And,
Please.
you know, we really are so privileged to be able to use our platform to have you guys on the show today. So
We
I'm
joke,
grateful
we,
for
you know,
that.
have a good
but
time,
this
but
is really the core
This
of
is
who
why
we
we do
are.
this. This is
And
exactly why
so
we
we
do
thank you. Oh, God, we're a mess now.
I
Stop
know.
it.
I know.
Okay, Tommy, can we-
All right,
we done?
next week, join us as we help
What are we doing
another
next week?
organization of great women.
Oh, yeah, we have
From Carol Bissett.
Carol Bissett, from the Carol M. Baldwin Foundation, because it is Breast Cancer
Yeah.
Awareness Month. And that's another thing, you know, my heart goes out to a friend of mine who's battling breast cancer right now. And I spoke to her the other day, and she's such a trooper, and she's such a
She looks
strong
beautiful,
person.
she
And
looks great,
she
she's
never
doing well.
complains. She never says anything, and she's just a real warrior. So I just want to say hi to her. And we really have to get
Stay
ourselves
together. Stay together, stand together.
Anyway, and let's go to my bracelets.
Everybody.
I love that. So
All right,
don't
good.
forget, $30.
$30.
That's $1 a day.
Women's
This is going to become the telephone. here.
li.com.
Every day I'm
or
gonna
shake it
tell
out with
people
Karen
this.
and Regina.com. All the links are on there. Let's all pull together. Most of our viewers
we
are
can
women.
make a difference.
So
It's
girls,
easy,
help
guys.
us. Help us, help them. Bye.
We can really make a difference.
It's great
See you
having
next week. Ciao.